Hello, today I'm going to show you how to complete the associations page of your application within the Provider Management module for Vermont Medicaid. Please note that not all enrollment types will be presented with the associations page. This is designed for individuals within a group, facility, and OPR enrollment types in order for them to report where those individuals within a group or OPRA are associated with. So today I am going to show you from the perspective of an individual within a group, but all of your pages are going to operate the same way. So if you're filling out a group application and you're reporting individuals, or vice versa with the facility and OPRA, it's all going to function the same way. For an individual within a group application, an association to a group is required in order to move on with your application. So in order to do so, I'm first going to hit Create New under the Group Associations section in this page. This is going to bring up a new window for me to enter in my first group associations. And also to note, as an individual, I am able to associate to as many groups as I am associated to. So if you have multiple associations and those groups do not need to be connected anyway, you're just going to report as many that you have. So the first thing I want to note at the very top of this section, there is a checkbox for authorized administrator. An authorized administrator is someone that an individual selects as their authorized user for their enrollment. This can only be selected by an individual. So if you are a group enrollment type and you are adding individuals, you cannot put yourself, the group, down as an authorized administrator. Only an individual who is filling out the application can assign an authorized administrator. And that's because if I assign an authorized administrator, that group that I assign has direct access into my information as soon as my application is approved. My information will then be presented in their provider portal account because they are authorized to do so. So that's why only the individual can assign an authorized administrator. It is not required that you have an authorized administrator for an individual within a group, but it is recommended because sometimes if you have multiple groups, you want to designate somebody to be able to work on your behalf. The authorized administrator will get all notifications regarding your enrollment, including notice to revalidate. So I am going to check authorized administrator today. The group that I am about to associate to is going to be listed as my authorized administrator. And I can assign an association either by provider location ID, which is that 14-digit service location ID for the group, or the group's NPI. Either one of those is searchable. Today, I'm going to put in the location ID. And then I'm simply going to hit search. And this is going to bring up the details for that group service location ID. It's important to note too with the authorized administrator, you are authorizing a service location within that group to be your authorized administrator. Not necessarily the entire group themselves, but which service location within that group. So I have entered in this provider location ID. I have made them my authorized administrator. All of their information is located here. I now need to say, when did I become effective association-wise to this group? And you just want to make sure that you're covering the span for your enrollment. So if you've requested a back date, so say 6 months in the past, you just want to make sure that you are telling us who you were associated with up to that far back. So I'm going to put in my effective date. I'm going to leave the end date as the end of time. So the system will automatically put in 12/31/9999. Of course, if you have an end date already for this association, you're welcome to put that in here. But if there's no end date in sight, you just want to leave it as 12/31/9999. I'm going to go ahead and hit save in order to save that association. And now you'll notice that I have an entry here that I am associated to this specific group, and they are listed as my authorized administrator. If you have more associations to add to this, you can simply hit Create New again, and you're just going to repeat the process. The only difference is you can only have one authorized administrator. So if you've already designated an authorized administrator and you hit Create New again, it's going to say no, you can't. This one can't be your authorized administrator because you've already designated that. If you made a mistake and you want to go back and switch it, you would simply hit the Edit entry here to bring that back up, and then it would allow you to uncheck that. Then you can add your new association and make them your authorized administrator. I do want to note at the bottom here, if you're working with multiple records and you want to export that information, you do have the option to export it to Excel or to PDF. Once you've entered in all of your necessary associations, you're able to hit Save and Continue. I do want to show you that when you hit Save, it is going to bring you up a warning box as a reminder to say, this group service location that you've added, you have asked them to be your authorized administrator. That means upon approval of your application, all of your enrollment data is going to be visible to this group service location in the provider portal. So it's just another warning to let you know, make sure that if you're authorizing somebody as your authorized administrator, that is really your intent. And then it's going to say, do you wish to continue? If you hit no, it'll bring you right back to this page to make corrections. If you hit yes, it's going to bring you on to the next section of your application.